destination for deep dives into the latest and greatest in the motorcycle world. Today, we're talking about one of the most anticipated comebacks in motorcycling history, the return of a true icon. This is the 2025 Honda CBR 1300XX Super Blackbird. Revered in the late 90s and early 2000s for its blend of brute speed and refined engineering, the Super Blackbird is back. But in a world now filled with electronics-laden hypersport machines, does the new Blackbird soar high, or is it chasing the ghosts of its past? A legacy that still echoes. First introduced in 1996, the original CBR 1100XX Super Blackbird was Honda's answer to the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-11, aimed squarely at becoming the fastest production motorcycle on Earth. And it succeeded, albeit briefly, until Suzuki's Hayabusa stole the crown. But even after that, the Super Blackbird earned a loyal following, thanks to its perfect balance of high-speed touring comfort and sport bike aggression. It was smooth, sophisticated, and fast, without screaming for attention. With the 2025 model, Honda hasn't just dusted off an old badge. They've reimagined the Blackbird for a new era while staying true to its original spirit. Design, subtle power. The 2025 Super Blackbird doesn't try to look like a track weapon, and that's very intentional. Where most hypersport bikes are adorned with aggressive cuts and exaggerated wings, the CBR 1300XX carries a clean, almost understated silhouette. Sleek, aerodynamic bodywork sweeps from front to back, echoing the silhouette of the original but infused with modern touches. The front fairing integrates seamless LED lighting and a slightly raised windscreen that hints at its sport touring capabilities. The paint options remain classic, glossy black, deep midnight blue, and a stealthy matte silver. Just like its predecessor, this bike whispers menace rather than shouting it. Engine, big numbers, bigger character. Under the fairing lies a newly developed 1,295 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine, liquid-cooled, and tuned for both high-speed performance and real-world usability. The numbers are impressive: 197 horsepower and 115 Newton-meters of torque, delivered smoothly across the rev range. It's not the most powerful bike in its class, but that's not the point. What sets the Blackbird apart is how it delivers that power. This engine has a wide, forgiving torque band that makes overtakes effortless and high-speed cruising incredibly stable. It's fast, very fast, but not in a jerky, overwhelming way. There's a refinement here that screams Honda engineering at its best. Chassis and handling, the gentle beast. Honda built the new Blackbird on a lightweight aluminum twin-spar frame, carefully engineered for balance and stiffness. It's a long bike, much like the original, and that wheelbase lends it stability at triple-digit speeds. Yet, thanks to an updated geometry and revised suspension, the 2025 model handles surprisingly well in corners. The semi-active Showa suspension adjusts in real time based on rider input and road conditions. Whether you're carving highways or tackling mountain roads, the system adapts to keep the ride plush yet controlled. Braking is handled by dual 320mm discs up front with radial mount Brembo calipers, and a single 260mm disc at the rear. Combined with a multimode cornering ABS system, the bike inspires confidence without being intrusive. Electronics, modern without being overwhelming. The Super Blackbird was always known for mechanical simplicity. In 2025, Honda strikes a balance between staying true to that ethos and embracing necessary technological advances. The bike features a 6-axis IMU, giving access to lean-sensitive ABS, traction control, and wheelie control. There are for riding modes, touring, sport, rain, and custom, with each adjusting throttle response, engine braking, and suspension damping. The electronics are intuitive, not buried in submenus or made overly complex. It's Honda's version of rider aids, useful, invisible when not needed, and smooth when engaged. The full-color 7-inch TFT display provides all necessary info without clutter. It also supports smartphone connectivity, navigation integration, and even has a dedicated touring dashboard when GPS mode is enabled. Ergonomics, long hauls made easy. Unlike most hypersport machines, the Super Blackbird is designed with comfort in mind. The seating triangle is relaxed, with slightly raised clip-ons and lower foot pegs. The rider seat is plush yet supportive, and a redesigned pillion seat means two-up touring is more than possible. It's enjoyable. There's also an optional heated seat and grips package, along with a taller touring screen and side panniers available directly from Honda. It's rare to find a bike that blends long-range comfort with this level of performance, but the Blackbird pulls it off effortlessly. Performance on the road, smooth predator. On the highway, the Blackbird is sublime. It eats miles with grace, the engine barely ticking over at legal speeds. Open it up, and the acceleration is both linear and relentless. It doesn't shock, it surges. There's a sense of maturity to how the power arrives. It's the kind of performance that builds confidence, not fear. In the twisties, the weight is noticeable, but so is the composure. The suspension soaks up imperfections, and the bike feels planted, even when pushed hard. It's not a track scalpel, but it's never trying to be one. It's more like a missile that can carve when it has to. Pricing and rivals, a unique space. Honda has positioned the 2025 Super Blackbird in a niche that doesn't have much direct competition. It undercuts the top-end sport touring offerings like the BMW S1000XR or the Kawasaki H2 SE in price, yet offers comparable, if not superior, real-world rideability. With a starting price around $18,999, it's not cheap, but considering the performance, build quality, and heritage, it's well justified. For riders who want speed without sacrificing comfort or daily usability, there's nothing quite like it. Final verdict, the return of a true gentleman's express. The 2025 Honda CBR 1300XX Super Blackbird isn't here to win back the fastest bike crown. It's not chasing outright horsepower numbers or Nürburgring lap times. Instead, it does what the original Blackbird did best, offering massive performance in a sleek, refined, and usable package. In a world full of overcomplicated electronics and aggressive styling, the Super Blackbird's return feels like a breath of fresh air. It's fast, comfortable, beautifully built, and doesn't scream for attention. This is a motorcycle for riders who know what they want: power, poise, and prestige. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Bike Focus. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Honda CBR 1300XX Super Blackbird. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from Bike Focus. Let us know in the comments, would you choose the new Super Blackbird over today's hypersport or sport touring machines? Until next time, ride safe and stay focused.